What if I told you there's a single, natural food that can help reverse age-related muscle loss known as sarcopenia and contains more protein than eggs? Not only is it faster acting than most supplements or exercise routines, but it's also one of the most overlooked solutions when it comes to staying strong, mobile, and independent as you age. This food holds a powerful secret, one that could mean the difference between aging with vitality or gradually losing strength, balance, and independence. Let's break it down. What is sarcopenia? Sarcopenia isn't just about flabby arms or weak legs. It's a silent, progressive condition that leads to loss of muscle mass, mobility, and eventually independence. And here's the surprising part. This decline doesn't begin in your 70s. It often starts as early as your 40s or 50s. But here's the good news: muscle loss is not inevitable. It's not just aging. The real culprits: poor protein absorption, blood sugar spikes, chronic inflammation, elevated cortisol, all of which create a metabolic environment that causes muscle breakdown faster than your body can repair it. But there's a natural way to completely reverse this without relying on synthetic medications: the hidden superfood. Now, the food we're talking about today. It's not steak, it's not eggs, it's not whey protein, it's bone broth protein specifically. Collagen-rich powder made from pasture-raised, grass-fed sources. Sounds surprising. Most people think bone broth is just for gut health, but the truth is, it offers far more, especially for anyone over 50. Why bone broth protein? Let's compare. One large egg contains about 6 grams of protein. Yes, it's a complete source, but it's mainly designed for developmental growth. Bone broth protein? It provides 15 to 20 grams per scoop, and more importantly, it's rich in the key amino acids your body actually needs for tissue and muscle repair. Glycine, hydroxyproline. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine your muscles are a brick structure. The protein is the bricks, but collagen amino acids like those found in bone broth are the mortar. Without that mortar, your muscle bricks can't hold together. That's why, even with plenty of protein, people over 50 often still feel weak. They're missing the connective tissue matrix, the very thing that gives muscle its structure and resilience. What the science says. In a 2015 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, older men who took collagen peptides while doing light resistance exercise gained significantly more lean muscle and strength than those who took a placebo. That's huge. Here's why it works better. As we age, stomach acid declines, reducing protein digestion. The liver becomes less efficient at metabolizing amino acids, and insulin sensitivity drops, meaning fewer nutrients make it into muscle tissue. Bone broth protein bypasses many of those roadblocks. It's purely hydrolyzed, already broken down into peptides that are easier to absorb. It also contains glycine, a longevity amino acid that reduces inflammation and supports detox pathways. Plus, it's low in methionine, balancing methylation and slowing aging markers. Benefits beyond muscle. Unlike many protein powders, bone broth protein won't spike your insulin levels. That means you can consume it before bed or during fasting without halting fat burning or autophagy. Here's a simple daily protocol. Take 1 scoop 15-20 g of bone broth protein. Mix with warm water or blend with cinnamon and MCT oil for a deeper metabolic effect. Consume post-workout or in the evening to enhance overnight recovery and muscle synthesis. The deeper problem: metabolic rigidity. Let's go deeper. Why does muscle loss happen even if you're eating enough protein? Because digestion, hormones, and liver function start breaking down with age. Think of it like this. You've got breaks and workers, but your hormones is asleep. Your workers' enzymes are underfed. Your tool's digestion are rusty. The result: even if you're eating well, your body isn't absorbing or using what you give it. Digestion decline after 40. By age 40, stomach acid starts to drop, impairing protein breakdown. Undigested protein causes bloating, gas, and inflammation, limiting nutrient absorption. The pancreas produces fewer enzymes, making fats and proteins harder to digest. You feel sluggish or bloated after eating meat, not because meat is the problem, but because digestion is weak. Hormonal shifts that affect muscle. Cortisol rises with stress, lack of sleep, and aging. High cortisol is catabolic, breaks down muscle, especially in your legs and glutes. At the same time, insulin sensitivity declines, meaning amino acids can't get into your muscle cells. This leads to the classic skinny fat appearance. Low muscle mass, higher fat, even if you're eating well. And yes, too much protein, when consumed without metabolic support, can even spike insulin and halt fat burning. Why bone broth works better. That's why timing and type of protein matters. Bone broth protein is anti-inflammatory, high absorption, low impact on insulin. It's also easy on the liver, which is vital. Your liver regulates blood sugar, amino acid metabolism, and detoxification. When overburdened by sugar, toxins, or processed food, liver function declines, and so does your ability to build muscle. 3 simple fixes for digestion and hormones. Take apple cider vinegar or betaine HCl with high-protein meals. Avoid screens at night and get morning sunlight to balance cortisol. Eat choline-rich foods like eggs, leafy greens, beets, and support your liver with dandelion 2 or milk thistle. When you use bone broth protein properly as part of a broader strategy, rather than expecting it to be a miracle on its own, it becomes incredibly effective. It's a component of a comprehensive system. Bone broth protein is already broken down for easier digestion, supports the protective lining of your stomach, doesn't spike insulin levels, and includes vital amino acids like leucine and glycine. This combination offers powerful health benefits. If you find this breakdown helpful, please consider supporting the content with a like or subscription. And if you're watching now, let me know you're engaged. Drop a 1 in the comments if this resonates with you, or a 0 if it doesn't. This content goes deep into how to recover strength through informed dietary choices, science, and understanding your metabolic processes. The importance of protein timing. Getting enough protein is critical, but so is when you consume it. If you're eating high-quality protein but not noticing any physical improvement, you may be missing the critical timing window for absorption and repair. Let's start with a key point. Exercise doesn't build muscle directly. It stimulates the process, but real muscle repair and growth happen during rest and recovery, especially deep sleep. This is when the body produces the highest amounts of human growth hormone HGH. But for HGH to do its job effectively, the body needs to be properly nourished at the right time. Unfortunately, many people skip dinner, eat their biggest meal early in the day, or opt for high-carb snacks late at night. These habits create 2 main issues. Insufficient amino acids are available during the body's most active tissue repair phase at night. Late-night carbs raise insulin, which blocks fat burning and suppresses HGH, hampering recovery and repair. A simple, effective evening protocol. Here's a simple approach I recommend to patients, and I often explain it using a whiteboard for clarity. 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, consume a protein-rich meal that's high in leucine and collagen. Avoid sugars and refined carbohydrates late at night. Why? Because insulin and growth hormone counteract each other. When insulin spikes, it suppresses HGH, leading to weaker tissue repair and reduced fat metabolism. Enhance your meal with calming nutrients like glycine or magnesium. Glycine, found in collagen and bone broth, helps lower body temperature and promotes deep, restorative sleep, further supporting muscle repair. Think of your body as a construction site. During the day, there's noise and distractions, but at night, it's quiet. That's when the skilled workers, your repair systems, come in. But if you haven't supplied them with materials, amino acids like glycine and leucine, they can't rebuild. That's a missed opportunity for regeneration. Scientific support. Research backs this up. A 2012 study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that older adults experienced significantly improved muscle protein synthesis overnight when they consumed casein, a slow-digesting protein, before bed. Bone broth works similarly, but without the dairy concerns. Evening nutrition routine. Here's a routine that's easy to adopt and doesn't rely on dairy or trigger insulin spikes. Dinner 6:00 to 7:00 p.m. Eat steamed veggies, healthy fats, and a light protein like wild-caught salmon or turkey. Protein shake 8:30 to 9:00 p.m. Mix 1 scoop of grass-fed bone broth protein with warm water or nut milk. Add a dash of cinnamon for taste and blood sugar stability. Before bed by 10:00 p.m. Take 200 to 300 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or 3 grams of glycine to calm the nervous system and promote deeper sleep. Avoid alcohol. It can reduce HGH production by up to 70% for 24 hours and interfere with REM sleep. Power down electronics and block blue light to encourage melatonin release and optimal HGH levels. Daily schedule to support muscle and metabolic health. Let's put all this into a step-by-step daily plan to address sarcopenia, muscle loss, especially for those over 40 who are noticing early signs like weakening legs, slower recovery after activity, shrinking arms, reduced overall stamina. Think of this as a reset for your metabolism and muscle health. Morning routine 7:00 to 9 o'clock am. Get 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight to reset your circadian rhythm and allow our morning cortisol. Hydrate with filtered water, lemon juice, and a pinch of sea salt to support adrenal and cellular function. Optionally, add apple cider vinegar or a protein powder starter to jumpstart digestion. Get moving with a brisk walk or gentle stretching for 10 minutes to enhance circulation. Midday nutrition 12:00 to 2 o'clock p.m. Eat a protein-rich meal with 20 to 30 grams of complete protein, for example, wild-caught salmon, tempeh. Include healthy fats like avocado or olive oil, and low-carb vegetables like kale or broccoli. Add leucine-rich foods like eggs, beans, and turkey. If you feel bloated, consider 1 to 2 capsules of betaine HCl to support protein digestion. Afternoon activity. Do 15 to 30 minutes of resistance exercise, push-ups, squats, resistance bands, or light weights. Keep reps slow and controlled to avoid injury and maximize effectiveness. Post-workout and evening. Rehydrate and, if needed, eat a leucine-rich snack like a hard-boiled egg, collagen shake, or bone broth. Dinner 6:00 to 7 o'clock p.m. Light and clean steamed vegetables and lean proteins. Night protein shake 8:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. Grass-fed bone broth protein with cinnamon. Take glycine or magnesium glycinate before bed for relaxation. Wind down with stretching or calm breathing exercises. Be in bed by 10:30 p.m. to align with your body's natural HGH production peak. Bonus detox and recovery tips. Once or twice weekly, enjoy an Epsom salt bath or infrared sauna to reduce inflammation and promote detox. Support your liver with foods like arugula, beets, and dandelion root tea, or a gentle liver supplement containing milk thistle and choline. The science behind it all. Building muscle is about sending the right signals consistently. Leucine activates muscle growth. Glycine supports tissue repair and deep sleep. Collagen improves connective tissue and recovery. Low cortisol and stable insulin help these processes work efficiently. Regular, moderate exercise strengthens the signal. Even following this protocol once a day for 2 to 3 weeks can result in noticeable improvements in muscle tone and strength, sleep quality, posture, and overall metabolic vitality. Final thoughts. Let's bring this all together. The idea isn't that bone broth protein is better than eggs on its own, it's that, for older adults, easily absorbed collagen-rich protein, taken at the right time, might produce better results. This isn't just about what you eat. It's about digestive health, hormone balance, metabolic function, and timing. Issues like low stomach acid, high cortisol, insulin resistance, and sluggish liver function interfere with your body's ability to absorb and use protein. That's where bone broth protein excels. It's pre-digested, high in glycine and leucine, and doesn't provoke insulin spikes. If you're not getting enough leucine, even large amounts of protein won't help. Aim for 2.5 to 3 grams per meal to fully activate muscle synthesis. Tonight's action plan. Mix 1 scoop of high-quality bone broth protein with warm water and cinnamon. Drink it 90 minutes before bed. Pair with light stretching or breathwork. Then, check in with how you feel in the morning: energy, mood, and recovery. Just one small, consistent habit could be the trigger for meaningful, lasting transformation. If this helped give you clarity or motivation to take your health seriously, please consider liking or subscribing for more actionable content on metabolism, longevity, and strength.